I don't want to jump around too much because the way all this goes, but we keep saying things that I'm a big cross-referencer. So your appeal attorney, awesome dude. I really want to meet that guy. He sounds like he's just great guy. He comes across just a certain way on the documentary. But he said that the day that the investigating officer called in that this complaint had been made, from there back to when you got your phone, he's going through, your appeal attorney's going through and he's checking, and it's you at a track meet, you at the gym, you on the way to the gym, you on your way home from the gym. It's just work, 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 work. So did you grow up with this modeled for you? You have two older brothers. They were athletes. Track is not a walk in the park. Was this something that from the time you can remember, the people in your life who you watched, were they all workers? Is that where the work ethic comes from?
Absolutely, yeah. So everybody in my life growing up, my mother, my father, my brothers, I've been surrounded my whole life by hardworking individuals. My mom, she owned her own business all the way from my childhood up until 9th grade. My mom owned her own cleaning service. So I remember being 5, 6, 7 years old, going to work with my mom, and she would put me to work cleaning bathtubs and sinks and vacuuming, and those were my duties. But my mom would do 2 or 3 houses a day, and my dad was a car salesman. He worked at now Maxwell, and he worked at different type of dealerships. And my dad was a salesman. I mean, my dad was competitive. I think I get my competitive nature from my dad, because he would come home with brand new TVs, and he would come home with really cool freaking cars that he get to drive around with for a month because he met this quota on sales. And so I thought my dad owned him. I thought my dad was secretly rich. I was like, "What are you coming home with a Corvette and stuff?" And no, he was extremely hardworking. My brothers were the same way. My brother Doug, he's probably the most disciplined person I know. When this guy puts his mind to something, he's completely obsessed with it until it's done, and then it's on to the next thing. He's a roofer as well. He owns Kelley R&R, and they service Houston area, and he is just, the amount of success he has gained from starting from nothing. He was broke 8 years ago, absolutely nothing, and where he's at now is unbelievable. He had to give up professional track, right? And he was an athlete all through high school. My brother Jonathan was an athlete all through high school, and my brother Jonathan's the same way. I think what me and my brothers all share together is we're not afraid of hard work. It's fair to say that I grew up with extreme hard work ethics, and I think it's kind of overflowed into my life now, being an entrepreneur.